was young. I don't even. I feel like if I compare myself when I was young to now, I was like a whole different different. I was way more like now. I'm much more calm. I feel like compared to when I was a child. I would just keep running around.
Why would you say calm? Like,
well, because like man, my mom always said. Well, here's the funny. My grandpa. He always said, you see this little, you guys have to like get him to get married early because he needs to go get a wife and calm down. Because as a kid, dude, I'm telling you, I would go up like a straight wall because like my parents like for 2 seconds, sit down. 3 seconds later, their child's like gone. And then like, man, I got lost at Walmart, like malls so much as a child. It was like running. It was like, yeah, it wasn't even like funny. Like it was just like, I was just a horrendous devil's child as a kid.
I love how you're
one of those kids.
Your grandpa's idea of like calm you down is like, get him married to kill his spirit. It's like this kid has so much life in him. End his life.
Dude, yeah, I'm telling you, as a kid, it was.
I had a similar nickname. Well, not a nickname. I had a nickname. It was Sparkplug.
Sparkplug.
Yeah, because I had so much energy.
Is that why you're like
Sparky Junior?
Yeah. Oh. Man, you know what it is? I still think every kid as a child, if you weren't like kind of a rascal or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you have to be normal.
Yeah,
that's normal. You know what I mean? Like you can't just back let's say in grade 3, I remember they always came up to me, especially here, guys. So like when my dad or mom would come, it's like your son has a burst of energy, too much energy, excessive energy. I'm pretty sure that was what the name was. And then like they would label it as if it's a condition, but I'm like, yo, your son is energetic.
I mean,
as
like
a child,
they used to give like half. Well, it was always boys, but they used to give him like diagnose them with ADHD. It's like no, this kid just has energy. As of recently, I think they were like re-looking into ADHD, seeing if it was like even a real thing.
Because I feel like whatever happens, like as you get older, majority of those kids really calm down. Like they're not gonna like I don't know by calm, but they actually become people who are much more like calmer than others. It's kind of weird.
I mean, I don't know if they become like calmer than others, but they just like. They calm down.
Yeah.
They run out of energy, maybe.
I feel like my break was
just part of like just being mature and like
you start
growing up and stuff like that. Like when I was young, I used to be such a bad kid. Like I used to get attention all the time and stuff like that. Like I was just, and then when I as I progressed through high school and stuff like that, it was just I became more like a proper kid. Just I don't know,
studious George.
But that's why like when I tell people here, because when I moved to Canada, it was like high school and stuff. People like when I tell them that I used to be a troublemaker, I used to get detention all the time and stuff. They would never believe it because I wouldn't. That's the thing. Even you guys right now, but man, I used to be such a bad kid. Like you know how they
like the nicest guy I know.
I just imagine George with a leather jacket with a chain like around
from a biker game.
Like you know, like those classic Tom and Jerry scenes where the bad cats are coming. I just imagine George.
I was a bad cat, guys. But it's like you know how they say teachers like remember like A, like the good students, or B, the bad students. I was like C, like all of the above. Like I was a good kid. I know I did well in class and stuff, but I was always like getting into fights and stuff like that. Would always be in detention. And the thing is, like my mom was a teacher at school, so she would always find out. But like, you know,
at least you had a half. I feel like I was just bad. Up to grade 9, then I'm like, yo, you got to take this shit seriously. Start studying. But up to grade 9, I'm just like, no. What is this? What is this book?
I wasn't allowed to. Like me, it was the younger I was, my parents were like so strict. Even from like grade 2 and stuff like that, it was really strict. But then as I got to high school, it's just like, you know, you know what.
For me, it was kind of the opposite. When I was a kid, I was always like, you know, teacher's pet. Like I do all the work, or I do homework every day, always like, you know, doing very, very well, not doing anything, like nothing. And then it got to high school, and then I don't know what flipped off.
You got initiated on. That's what happened.
You know what? It might have been because of my height, and everyone was like picking on me. The moment I grew after like grade 11, especially grade 11 and 12, like I just not snapped, like, you know, went crazy, but like, you know, stopped studying, you know, just like I didn't actually get into any real trouble in high school. Like after high school, like there was a bit more trouble, but like in high school there was nothing. But I didn't study or do anything. I was just kind of like, you know, just chill, messing around.
I was very much the same.
Yeah, you saw us in the hallway always playing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a certain point where you're just like, you realize something happens in your life, and I don't even know. It's just like one day you just realize what's been going on. It just feels different.
Yeah. Wait, can you explain what like what does it mean to be initiated onto the?
Oh, that's true. Not everyone's from Hillcrest. So anyway, in our high school that we went to, me, Kyle, you came in grade 12. You don't know what that is. No. So grade 8s, that, you know, you come from your middle school, you move to a different high school sometimes, or always you move from your school to a different school. That's the high school, only 9 to 12. and higher grades, they initiate the grade 9s when they like, come. So it's kind of like a welcoming ceremony for them. But basically, you bully them relentlessly with no mercy, and the grade 9s are not expected to hate their like initiators.
They just have to.
It's like
deal with it.
it's it's whatever. So me, because I was so small, it happened more than once. And the first time they cornered me in, that one basement staircase in the middle of Hillcrest, it goes to the lockers. There was an empty space beside the doorway.
Yep.
And my lockers were right in front of the door to go to the stairs.
Oh, that's a rough spot.
So I was coming out of my locker, and there used to be these grade 11s beside us. And I'm just going to my class. 3 kids corner me. I'm like, oh God. And then there's a garbage bin in the corner there. He carries me. He's about to throw me in. And then his girlfriend came. He's like, no, don't hurt him. He's so small. And I'm looking at her like she's Mother Teresa. Like, thank you. Literally, there was like a halo on her. And I'm like, thank you so much. And then another time I was just walking home. That intersection, I don't know if you know, George, but you guys know like Smythe and Dauphin. And Dauphin. So we're just crossing, and this big Arab guy just holds me by the neck, and I was like, I just stopped moving. I don't even look at him. I just stop. And then he takes out a marker and he's about to draw on my face, and he stops like, nah, too easy. And then he lets me go, and without even looking at him, I just keep walking.
Like nothing ever happened.
So much just happens.
Like when he just proceeds. Like how cats, like something's happening to them, and there's like, that was just me. I'm held by the neck. I'm like,
this is it.
But man, I don't care.
Yeah,
it's like such
initiation was insane at our school. Like I watched some guy get hung over the stairs by his underwear.
No way.
Yeah. They used to lift people.
What is it called?
You only see that in
movies.
It was
you only see that stuff in movies. That's not a movie.
And Hillcrest.
Man,
wild.
But it's so wild though. I thought like, I don't know, it was in the movies, but I don't know. It didn't happen. Well, here's the thing: Middle East, it really didn't happen that much, but I still do think it happens a lot.
Yeah, we were the only school in Ottawa that still did it.
Yeah, like my school was meant. I was a scrawny, like friggin' Arab kid, like I had a small accent and stuff.
But you came here grade 9.
I came here grade 9, yeah. So it's like I was still kind of young. People were still kind of like assholes then. And sorry, but I remember like so I was before I moved to Canada in grade 9. I was living in the United Arab Emirates and
UAE.
Yeah. So like, I remember the last book that we read in English class. You know how you read books in English and you have to analyze them.
Yeah.
It was about like a kid in a high school in Canada and how he was getting bullied and stuff like that. And I remember like you see these things and
wait, was it the one about a girl?
I'm not sure. I don't.
What was that? It was. Oh no, that one was about rape. Actually, never mind.
Oh no, but it's like so I remember, and you see these things in movies and stuff. How people get bullied in high school, and so I was like kind of afraid. I went to my teacher. I'm like, you think this is like gonna happen? Because I'm moving to Canada next year, and she's like, George. I'm
Your teacher went to Hillcrest.
She was initiated on.
Just don't go.
My 80-year-old high school teacher was initiated on at Hillcrest. But she was like, I hate to say this to you, but this stuff does happen, and you being and you Arab kid, it's probably gonna happen to you. And I'm just like, oh my god, no! I came here.
The kid.
I remember like literally. So when like we got to lunchtime. There's this restaurant that sells Lebanese food. It's called Yalla Yalla. And I just pulled it out of my backpack and I turned around and then this huge like jog guy comes and he slams the locker. He's like, you got the Yalla Yalla boy? And he just walked off and I was just holding my food. I was like, I'm gonna get bullied instantly. Nothing happened ever in that school. It was the nicest school. Everyone treated me like family. I was with the hockey kids and like within the first week, like it was just so good. I loved it. Like nobody.
This is a proper school.
Such a different experience.
I was literally friends with even like from the nerdy kids all the way to the popular kids. It was just
you were allowed to talk to different groups.
You can talk to different groups. Yeah.
Literally, it was just I don't know. That's why I was just like, man, I was so afraid, but for nothing. But then for a while, I thought like, oh, that stuff's in the movies, all the bullying. Then I hear this, and it's like,
I feel like it depends on like I don't know. I feel like now it happens much less compared to before. I feel like it happened way more before.
I happens
I feel like kids are too sophisticated now. They do it over social media and they destroy your ego. Yeah,
I feel like kids, dude, they have such good burns. They just like hit where it hurts.
Yeah,
because they have no filter.
They don't care. They're just like
literally don't care.
And they're not lying.
No, exactly. They're just like
they tell it as it is.
That's literally how they perceive it to be.
Bro,